What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Von Doom. So check it. I'm just here to share my final thoughts about this Cowboy Bebop Netflix adaptation. The last video that I made pretty much explains how I feel about the whole series in its entirety, but I finally got to watch all 10 episodes. So this is what I'm just going to talk about it. So first, Hollywood needs to stop making anime adaptations, live action movies or shows. They just need to stop doing it. They need to do a cease and desist or whatever. They just need to stop. It's never good. It's not good. They just need to stop doing it. The only one that I think is actually really good, in my opinion, is the Battle Angel Alita. That was really good. But everything else just sucks. Dragon Ball, of course. Death Note. And now you can put into this list Cowboy Bebop, unfortunately. It's really a shame when you have such a beloved piece of work anytime and Hollywood comes on and screws it up. I don't understand why a lot of these writers come in and they go, hey, we have this anime we want to make into a live action movie, show, whatever. Okay, cool. Let's get some writers. All right, what do we want to do? Let's take this whole thing and just flip it upside down, change half of the characters completely, and we'll do this, and we'll mess up the plot, and we're going to do it like that. All right, awesome. You think the guys are going to like it? Oh, I'm sure the fans will love it. I'm sure the fans will love it. Or they'll go like, hey, you think the fans will like this? Probably not, but hey, we don't care. This is a cash grab. Have no clue. But what Hollywood needs to do is they need to look into how they're making these adaptations. They need to start hiring people that are fans of these shows. And they need to, if they're going to keep continuing to do this, they need to find people that are fans of the shows, not just like hire directors and then have them watch the show. They need to freaking hire people that have been invested in these shows for years, because a lot of these shows are old. And then you have a lot of fans that are invested into it, know the characters front to back, know the plot, know all of that, and then make it correctly. I'm not saying that you want to make a duplicate of the actual original series, because if that's the case, you don't need to make a live action adaptation at all and just stick to the original source material. I understand that you want to make changes and things like that, make things more interesting. But if you're going to completely butcher the plot and butcher certain characters, then I don't think it's worth it, because then you're just making a great value version. And what's the point of making a lesser, cooler version, like a lesser version of an artwork? That doesn't make sense. Why would you make a lesser version of a work? It's stupid. So there's that. I'll make a quick review of the whole series and the things that, and things. So first off, I'll talk about cinematography. I didn't like the way it was filmed. I don't like, there are certain like slanted angles that I think was really dumb. The way they filmed it made it look like a kids action show, like like Power Rangers or Beetleborgs on Fox Kids or something like that. After watching the entire series, I watched a little bit of the original. Nah, I'm not. I watched 21 episodes straight, and then I watched some scenes off The Irishman by Martin Scorsese, and I felt like what this adaptation needed was a more serious tone. The thing about Cowboy Bebop is that it does a really good job. Well, I mean, a lot of anime in general, they do a really good job of transitioning from a comedic tone to a very serious tone. They do a really good job of that. Cowboy Bebop does an awesome job of that. This adaptation does not. Like I said, the way they filmed it, the script, everything ties into how they transition into something, and it's all important. And the way they filmed it, like I said, makes it look like a kid's action show. And because of that, the serious tones you don't take as seriously as you would, say, like an Irishman. Everything about that movie you have to take serious. It's an emotional roller coaster. You're emotionally invested by it. You're very anticipative about it. Not in this anime adaptation. The characters, unfortunately, I like Jet. Jet was perfect. Spike, he was cool. I didn't like how much of a dick he was though. He didn't come off as like a cool, humorous, dry humor sarcasm. He just came off like a real dick. But I can kind of see where they were going, and I can tolerate it. Faye was not Faye at all. Faye in the original is a really she thinks very highly of herself. She's like lightweight, a feminist, like a modern woman. She needs to be pampered. She needs to be pleased. She has these modern thoughts about men, and none of that comes off in the in the live action adaptation. In fact, Faye is very raunchy. She says stuff like nutbags. They made her like an edgelord, and she's gay. So, not saying that anything's bad with being gay. There's not, but like in the anime, like she had like interests in dudes. In fact, Spike and Faye would lightweight flirt with each other like once or twice. Those characters, I could like I said, Jet was cool. I don't like the fact that they made Jet a black dude and then made him have a daughter that he couldn't see to make him look like an irresponsible dad. That kind of contradicted his whole character. Like, he's a cop. He's really good on justice. He's a careful guy. He's always the level-headed person in the group. But he's an ain't shit dad. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I have my conspiracies on that, but I'll leave that alone. But yeah, the characters, I mean, it's not their fault. It's the writer's fault. But, so there's that. The characters, Julia, Grin, and Vicious, are completely butchered. I will never forgive them for how they did my boy. I will never forgive them how they did my man Grin. He no longer has a character arc. He is some drag queen bar person at, what is it, the Blue Crow or Anna's or something? At Anna's. And Anna is no longer Annie. She is no longer a part of the syndicate with being in association with Mao Yenrai. That's gone. Which brings me to the way that they can't translate the comedic tone with the serious tones. It just doesn't translate well because of how they filmed it, because of the edginess in the script and the raunchiness in the script. It's not cool anymore. It's not like dry humor, sarcasm. It's funny here and there, but it's really not the best. Vicious, in anything that has to do with Vicious, is now, he's a feeble man. He's desperate. He's broken. He's impulsive. And he's a screw up. Julia is a singer. She's married to Vicious, and she no longer has a mystique. She no longer is mysterious. She no longer is very interesting. Those character arcs are really bad, and the way they ended it, Spike kind of no longer has his original arc. In fact, they need to just figure something else out for him, I guess, if they're going to make a season 2. I hope they don't. Like I said, when it comes to certain serious tones and when the syndicate is brought up, it's not serious because of the way they filmed it and how, like, the attitude of the actual series is. Like I said, it looks like a child's action show rather than the syndicate being like organized crime. That's why I brought up The Irishman or Casino or Goodfellas or Godfather. The way those are filmed brings you that serious tone. And with the serious tone, you could still have your comic relief. But in a series or a show that's nothing but like comedy or something that is like I said, looks like a children's action show, you really can't have that deep seriousness. In the Syndicate, the Red Dragons, this is an organized crime. This is a crime organization like the Mafia. And that's a really serious thing. They have really serious rules, just like how in the original series, if you're in the Syndicate, you can't come out unless you die. I didn't really think the show translated from comedic tones to serious tones very well. In fact, I think it wasn't well at all. What else? I think that must be about it. If you haven't watched the anime and watched this series, it might be cool. Me personally, oh, you know what? This anime adaptation is more space dandy than anything. It has the atmosphere of a space dandy more than anything. There we go. It's less Cowboy Bebop and more space dandy. But yeah, I'm not gonna freaking be on here too long because I already made the other video. But I just wanted to say, like, this anime adaptation, I don't think I'm gonna go back to it. I might see it here and there just to look at it. But the way they did my boy Vicious, nah, I can't forgive y'all. Can't forgive you. You will never be forgiven. I think that's all I gotta say about it. But Hollywood needs to stop doing these anime adaptations. John Cho was tight. It's not his fault. It's not Faye's fault. It's not Jet's fault. It's that these writers, I don't think they really respect the passion and the artistry and the work that these directors and visionaries in Japan go through making these mediums. I don't know. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm going to try and make more videos here soon because, you know, trying to do the content creation thing because I think it's really fun. So I'm going to hit y'all later. Peace out, y'all.